Hey,
Good morning, all.
how are you?
Excellent, thanks. How are you?
Oh, just wonderful. Got up, went and had a massage.
Oh, holy! What a start to the weekend, huh?
I know. How are you sleeping?
Um, I'm doing all right.
Don't ask.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. So had partner let me sleep a bit last night, so I got up at 1, went to bed around 10:30,
I hear her
11.
laughing.
Got up at 1, held her for about an hour, went back to sleep. Got up at 4, went back to sleep. Got up at 6. Look at Glenn, looking sharp,
Maybe.
mate.
Yeah,
Distant
mate.
memory. Hallelujah.
What is that, Chris?
A distant memory. My kids are 28 to 19. I've forgotten. We had two lots of kids. 18, 19, really close, then 27, 28.
Mm-hmm.
Big gap in between. You forget very quickly all those sleepless nights, but you soon remember.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Hey, big fella, your screen's not on YouTube yet.
Yeah, I saw that. There we go. Alrighty. Hi Jeff, how are you, mate? Manny, Joe, Jim, Ivan, Brett, George, how are we doing? Let's move this out of the way. Alright, let's see what the situation is. We have, I was just finishing off where was left behind. Just taken Asian low. Hey Annie, hey Alan. Alright. So first 30 minute close quite strong. Pushing into this wick. So we took we're just reacting right now to this 30-minute liquidity candle. This one right here. I'd like to take the sells, to be all honest, everyone. But we've got liquidity above. We've got plenty of liquidity below. Oh, I forgot. This is German 40. German 40. People that are new, this is what we trade here. German 40. I'll remove that soon before once we get into it. So we've got yeah, like this. We've got a lot of problems underneath here. That's gonna be. There's my pen. Let's let Epic Pen load up. There we go. Okay. We've got a lot of problems underneath here. We've got this liquidity to deal with. We've got a few no-wick candles under here to target. We've got liquidity candles to the left. We've got little dojis and no-wick candles as well. And then we've got a lovely clean traffic area. A little sensitive session highs and lows from Asian session, New York session. Then we've got more clean traffic to the downside. So it would be nice if that CPI inflation holds weight, but I don't think so. I actually think I was surprised about the reaction that it came down all this much. But I think the markets reacted to the inflation CPI from the US session a little bit hotter than expected, but it doesn't take into consideration in housing, energy. So they're the main expenses. So really, like, price is still going up, not as quickly as it has been, but because it's a bit of a flawed data series, I still think we'll see price. Well, price action will tell the way, but I wouldn't be surprised if we fade out some of that move before then potentially going down. I don't think we'll get a straight one down, but it's Friday, you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So we just need to hunt out the leftover liquidity, and I'm going to look in this zone. I'm going to look what's happened in about 5 minutes time, because then that will tell me, because I really want to see how this candle is closing. So this one here is going to be it's going to tell a large story, because if we're reacting to this wick, then closing strong bullish, then we'll do potentially a push up to grab liquidity, maybe to come down, or maybe depending on how the next 10 minutes transpires, we might see liquidity left behind that we can do a little push, take the Asian high, and then go down. So we just need to see, really, in the next 10 minutes. Just need to sit tight. During this time, I think what we'll look at is areas to the left, above and below, and see what I've got flagged, see if you guys have anything different. Main things that stand out straight away is this little zone in around the 50% of the New York session. We know there's something going on here, so this would be I think this will be hit at some stage. Not only that, we've got an Asian doji high here, so that's liquidity. We've got a no wick. This one here is no top wick on the hour chart. This one here is no top wick on the 30-minute chart. These two candles are the hour candle. So that hour candle, what would that look like, do you think? What would this look like on the hour time frame without looking at it, just to try practice your visualization?
Doji. Yeah, doji, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So let's cut off some data. Oh no, we'll just leave it here. If we go to hour, you can see what that looks like. So you can visualize things. Like that's quite a simple one. So it makes sense to target this little area. So there's the hour candle, it had no top wick, and then we've got this doji high, and on top of that doji high, we've got 30-minute liquidity. So I really like this area. So hopefully we're not too bearish, because I wouldn't mind seeing, well, if it's very bear, if this candle closes very bearish, I've just got problems. I've got problems once it gets into this area. I've got a very tight, range. This kind of reminds me of that trade that I took on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, the one that I wasn't too happy with the performance. This one here, that I was expecting the power of the 6 hour. We had 6 hour resistance across here, remember? And New York session had hit it, and then I was hoping that volume from London was actually going to push deeper into these areas, and then we see that push. And now because we had all this leftover liquidity up here, so I really thought we would maintain that bullishness. But now inflation data came out, and we did have quite a strong correction, but it only came down to the area that's rejected off previously. So now if London's going to open and their volume is the drive down, it's kind of a little bit more difficult, because I feel like they would want to get a better price before pushing down. So this area now is a lot of danger for me, as in, like, without doing a liquidity grab first and funding the move down, I think it could be a bumpy ride getting through there. So that's the only thing I'm a little bit cautious of. Does that make sense? Plus it's Friday and everything. Hey Tom. But we'll see. All right, so what other liquidities do I have? I don't really have anything else. Everything here is pretty much has been on the chart for all, after every morning. I've been sort of adding in the liquidity that's been left behind, and they're still there. So if they don't get hit, they'll maybe approach it next week. The only thing I really got to do is I've deleted some areas that got taken. I had a few areas inside of here that got taken as well. Had a really nice sell opportunity. Like I took the sell from here late. I did a little recap video where I included like the sell that I got here, but I only held it for like 20 pips. Didn't even hold it for, I didn't want to hold it through CPI. But then I went and caught up with a mate for a beer yesterday afternoon. And at the same time, we took out the New York low here. So I actually did grab a little bit to push back up. That was a nice little 30 pip move. I only got little small moves. I kind of did all counter trend. So because I got the buy in here, remember that was the one that we took, but I wasn't sure if we were just going to keep on going down, so I didn't hold it for very long, as in I didn't take the whole move. And then but then that was so bullish, I was thinking, geez, we might continue up with CPI. So I didn't hold the sell for very long. Oh well. Yesterday was good, Tom. It was a absolute picture perfect trade from here. Picture perfect longs.
Yeah, I looked at the charts this morning. I was like, oh, goddamn, looked like a great day.
Yeah. It took like we had this week. We'd been a little bit spoiled with that. I think most weeks most days we actually got a trade very early into the open, and then yesterday it felt like we had to wait a while, and we did. We waited an hour and a bit for that trade, for that second opportunity. But there were sells down, and then that was a nice day. It was a very nice day. All right, so let's go higher time frame. So the only thing that's left is I actually have marked up this 4-hour candle, liquidity candle, the one that bounced off of these areas, just because this area caused this big push in the first place. I haven't yet done anything with this 4-hour candle this week because I'm not 100% certain that this one is just not a reaction from the liquidity candle that we had to the left. And because it broke the high, I haven't decided if I want to make that a zone yet. And also, I don't really need to because I've got areas above it already that are very close by. So I'll deal with this area when price is closer to it. If this 4-hour candle can close, I've seen just opened, we've got another 3 hours for it to close. But if this candle is closing bullish, then we're forming another liquidity grab from downside, creating that support, which now we've got a resistance, and then we could push up and then fill some of these areas. But we've got 3 hours, so there's no point even projecting that far right now. That's pretty much it. I didn't put anything on this candle as a liquidity candle, you'll notice. And why is that? Why haven't I really done anything about... Why haven't I done this?
Asia?
Sorry, Mo, what was that?
Asia?
Yeah. Asian session. So we know that on Asian session, I would rather just look inside of this area and then treat the high as my area. So if I'm going to do that, like this is my Asian high. This is my liquidity wick in the Asian high. Depending on how this next 10 minutes is going to close is dependent on if I'm going to try see if liquidity can be taken from here first to push the move down, or if price is going to go down a little bit and then treat this as a target area. So I've still got time to wait for that one, but I do like it. You know what I was wishing I was hoping I was going to see the whole time was one of those inside candles that actually I pointed out on when was it, Wednesday? The inside candle, inside doji, internal doji. I was hoping to find one of those. Oh, wait a second. Oh, it's a little bit lower. What about Jim's Indie? Am I missing out on anything here? Just the Asian high. Yeah. Holy mackerel. Just thought Sarah screenshots. Yeah. Sarah's the goat. Oh, we do have one. See, this indicator is extremely useful. Beautiful. Asian session one, so I'm going to keep it at a not going to be a solid line. It's going to be a dashed line, dotted line. Okay, so 5 minute. Looks like Europe kicked off. I'm going to get rid of that watermark. It's annoying now. Europe's kicked off and no wick. We've got a little gap here. It's before Frankfurt, so I'm going to keep it dotted as well. Yeah, this area looks so good up here. This Asian high is definitely a target. 3 minute, and what liquidity left behind. So hopefully, best what I want, ideally, is this 30 minute candle in the next 6 minutes to push a bit more bullish and close quite strong, and then I want to target something. Where's that thing gone? I want it to, from here to push up. I'd love to see that. Love to see that. How good would that be?
Do you take advantage of the push down, Hayden?
This one here? That's a Glen move only. That's not a Haydos move.
I know. Huh?
My fingers aren't quick enough because I know that those ones there, that if it did do that, it probably would be on the first like 1 or 2 minutes of London. And if I'm in that move, it means I'm going to miss the next move just because I know I can't switch so quickly.
Yeah. Only thing I would be question marking is this bit here, whether or not it sweeps.
And that could be super quick. That could literally be 10 pips. It would just, you know.
Could be either there or there.
Yeah.
But I love that pattern. Love that pattern.
That would be tasty as if it did that. Okay, what about inside of this area? So, because it did, we do have this little 3 minute late NY, no bottom wick, and it is just below the Europe low. So it's left liquidity here as well. Yeah, it's looking like it's the way the 30 minute is closing. We've kind of got this rounded trend line. So this looks like lovely area to sweep, doesn't it? And then because we have the liquidity left behind, what it might do is I think it's gonna actually do something like that. We'll find out in a second. Cool. All right. I think with the idea is set. Does anyone think otherwise? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Hey Dave, you're here, mate. How are you?
Good to be back. Good to be here.
How's the conference, mate?
good up the north coast of Mooloolaba. It was nice.
Oh, Mooloolaba. Very good. I heard something about in Australia, Maroochydore, just next to it, is
just up.
Is got the fastest internet in Australia.
It may well have.
That's where the undersea cable links into Australia and then branches out.
Maybe it does.
Might
I was
be
up
an
in
excuse for
Toowoomba
me to
today.
move up there so I can make some profits.
Mate, arbitrage.
I'm going to get up there, mate.
Arbitrage. Hook up with it. Shabam, I think we should. Oh gosh, it's a little hard. I think. Where's it? Oh, let me just open in the browser. I don't know which Oz are you talking about. My internet is shit here in Oz. I mean, comparing. Hey, then, if it goes that way, I'll buy you a pint. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I mean, internet sucks in Australia, but if you're going to have the best internet you could in Australia, I heard Maroochydore is the place to be. Oh, that's where Anne lives. She can vouch for us. I mean,
Isn't that where David is now?
Dave Long, he's up there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Australia's internet's terrible. My internet here, what I pay? I pay £28 a month, and I've got 500 megabit per second download and upload.
Spoke a different language there, mate. I don't know what that means.
It means it's incredibly fast. So fast that there's nothing I need. And that's not the top tier plan either. Oh yeah, I got no doubt that India had, or any country. Australia, I read that had the worst internet out of all developed nations. At one stage when NBN first rolled out, like you were lucky to get 15 gigabit. And it was like expensive as well. 75 for 50 MBS. Yeah. All right. So. Oh, I can't confirm with New Zealand. Yeah. Maybe New Zealand's worse. Is New Zealand better? Oh yeah. All right. So the 30-minute is closing quite. It's got 39 seconds, so it has a decent little close here. The 1 hour has closed as a liquidity candle, and I'm pretty comfortable looking for buys, but I want to see price. Let's go to the 3-minute time frame. I want to see this pathway followed. So 15 seconds. Let's see if this zone can hold. Guns are ready.
Yeah.
Oh. Oops. Push the wrong button.
Oh, what a push.
Oh, my charts are froze. Let's see. My chart's frozen, or is it?
That's your 5 minutes moving.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, actually. What's going on here?
Price is stalling me.
Everything's gone haywire. Actually, it's hacked me. All right. You wouldn't believe what I did. That was crazy. Yeah, it's going. Jeez. Okay, gosh, I just did a. Yeah, I'll tell you what happened. On my empty 5 next to me, I hit. I adjusted my lot size back because it was on gold lot sizes, and I changed my lots, and then I was moving my mouse, and I accidentally clicked buy as I was moving my mouse right over here, basically right as it was opening. So I was in the buy, and then I didn't mean to push that buy, and then the charts froze because I'm waiting for it to get down here, so I didn't want to be in that buy straight away. Anyway, it worked out. I closed it when I was.
Did you buy
I bought
German lots or gold lots?
No, I just changed it to my lots for German, but I pushed the buy accidentally as I was moving across, and so it went as soon as I bought. Then it froze, and then my charts have. I had to go to my phone to close it because I didn't want to buy. I didn't want to buy here. But anyway, I closed it for 15 pips. So.
Stick that one in the review tomorrow.
yeah, that was a mistake because I want to buy from under here. Well, you know, many times I've effed it and I've pushed the wrong button, and I've sold when I wanted to buy. So I'll take that as the chart just paid me back. Yeah. Look. You can see under. It's a bit mean to. I didn't mean to like push it on there. So, oh well. Happy days. That was like a quick little 1%. Big mistake. Anyway, the whole chart just froze, and my German 40 chart just like disappeared off my screen. Indices. Gotta reload this. Man, what a pain in the bum right now. All right. Cool. I'm set. I'm back. I'm set again. Price is coming down. Now we'll just grab liquidity from here. I know we've done a little liquidity grab. We've taken out this area over here. So now if it can just stall, I'm going to target 15,430. But I want it to wick it down a little bit more. At least touch this red box. See, Freaky Friday and some freaky things already happening. Okay, another push down. I can start to look for these longs properly. Hey Annie, is your Discord straight, Annie? Oh, Daniel, you're on Maroochydore right now on holidays. Nice. How long are you there for? So you went down to Melbourne and then up to Queensland. Is this part of the same trip? Footy, then family holiday. Nice. Annie, just check with me if that's your. Yeah, it is. Okay, brilliant. All right. Check the. You should be able to see where in the premium channels, the live trading stream link. If you want to jump into the live Zoom. And then the rest I'll sort out after. We do have news. Sorry, I forgot to check that news for you. Oops. We've got Bank of England Gov Bailey speaking at 9 o'clock. Financial juice is nothing. So just the freaky stuff, unexpected stuff to come out. Yeah, just Bailey. Just Gov Bailey. That's all. Cool. All right. 5 minutes actually looking pretty good. I'd wait for that 5 minute candle to close. Though. Did anyone take the long from here? Was that a good enough hit? It kind of like, I mean, it did attack the wicks of those. So maybe it was a valid hit. And I was looking for it just to push down 2 pips lower to be able to take that. Five minutes closing, beautiful. Let's change the bottom left to 30 minutes. Top left is 15, so 15 is looking good as well. Anyway, I'm gonna hold tight. I'm not going to jump in late, even if I felt like, even if this was this move here, because I already made a mistake. Where's my chat box gone? Man, my computer's wigging out on me. Yeah, is anyone in this run currently?
No.
George,
No, I
no.
wanted it to go.
Yeah, I just wanted one more pip lower. Why did I for 1 pip, for the sake of 1 pip? It doesn't really change your risk reward too much.
I'm worse than that, mate. I sold it down and I was waiting for it to get a bit deeper. I always manage my trades, but that time I was like, nah, I'm just going to let it hit my TP.
Oh, let it bounce up and BE you?
Now it's back up at my entry.
Yeah. Yeah, 15 minute would be quite nice. If it can close. can just wick down, even if it just took this low and then started closing bullish, that would be pretty good as well. But I don't think we'll get that in this 15-minute candle. Hey Hayden, when you take your buy, when it comes back down, where do you put your stop loss? Below here. You'd be looking below here. This is always the area you're putting it, like, if depends on where your rejections are. This is aggressive stop loss. You'd be wanting to put it underneath a rejection wick. So on the 3-minute, that's not a rejection wick. On the 15-minute, let me just double check. But on the 15-minute, it's the 15-minute is a rejection wick. 30-minute is not. Is that, you following what I'm saying? That's not a rejection wick, but this one is. That one's not, but this one is. So you always put it below one of those. What was that?
Is that because it had the second candle hasn't been down to the same?
Because it did
test it.
No, it could be a single candle. It's just that didn't. This candle here, it broke the low of the previous one and closed lower. But this one here, it broke the low and then closed back above the low of the previous candle. This one here, you can't see it because of the text, but this one's the same. But this one here is not. So even these are all, we're all talking about the exact same area. On 2 time frames, it's a rejection wick. On other time frames, you just don't know because you haven't got the detail. So when you're thinking stop loss, always put it underneath a previous rejection wick, not just under. Like, people will sometimes put it under there and then think that's my swing low, but that's not for me. That's not correct. People put in like a stop loss above here is not correct, because people will say, oh, that's my last, like, price is trending, I've got cycles, where should I put my stop loss? This is not a strong high, this is not a strong high, this one here is alright, but there's differences. These 3 are not all the same.
Hey Hayden.
Hey Manny.
Just wanted to ask, does this gap mean anything?
Yeah, liquidity. Yeah.
Liquidity?
Yeah, so especially if that's, like, sometimes the way TradingView has got that little slight lag between.
Yeah.
So confirm if that's the same on your MetaTrader, and if if that is an imbalance. Did you see the little, like, if that's an imbalance, that's inefficiency. Yep. So market will often feel that inefficiency. So we know the bullish pressure is there. It's just price will often come back to give it a second go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Was it on the terminal as well? Yeah, there was.
Is it? It's not on my terminal.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at. I saw on this gap. I saw that one. Yeah, it's pretty much equal, isn't it, on the MetaTrader? But it's no wicks anyway. So, I would say that is, treat that as the same. Did you see that little thing I put on over
chat?
Yeah, this.
Yeah, Reddit.
This bit. That is I'd say you can treat gaps like that the same as well.
Thanks.
You're welcome, mate. Especially, okay.
It's actually
there's a difference. There's a difference if this happens in this time, or if this happened an hour earlier, like here, because it did actually happen exactly an hour earlier. I would prefer it to be in a high volume time, because there's more, like, we don't know, maybe there was good volume right then, but I would say that there is more likely to have been high volume if we're in a high volume session. Where this is Tokyo close, very early Europe open, and is a little bit inconsistent whether that was thin market or high volume. When you're in a high volume session, for price to move something like that, there would have to be a ton more volume, I would say, in these candles than this little bit here. All right, we're getting really close here. Yeah, actually, I saw your message. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, let's have a chat after. All right, so we're gonna wait for a little bit of hesitation. Just take this area. Don't think that this is it's getting a little bit. The 30 minutes looking a little bit scary, so I'm gonna let it just hesitate. And if it can, it's taking the liquidity. See how it's like really slowed down. Oh, Jim took that sell. Beautiful. Okay, just give us a bit of a rejection wick. Okay, I want it to slow down. It's got to leave a rejection wick. So these if it doesn't leave a rejection wick, we don't know. We don't know if we're on. At the moment, everything's telling us we're on this side. Price coming down. We want to see at least some signs of rejection wicks before we can have a better opinion that we're back on this side and we're going back up again. Okay, it's breaking the low. Good.
30's broken, previous candle low.
Yeah, just need them to close bullish now. Entering on this one would be cowboy.
I was going to reach for my hat as well.
Yeah. You want to set a target a bit lower.
Yeah, nothing yet.
25.
Close bearish below the low.
No bottom movement. 5. Okay, just broke that there now.
Looks like it wants that M5 doji low.
Yeah, this one right here. Because there's a beautiful area just below it. This would be the 30 minute. 30 minute.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Keep going. Talk me through it.
I was just going to say, I'd love to see it take that M5 doji low and give a reaction off that 30 minute LQC.
Okay, we're retesting this open area now. So this zone didn't hold, so that's all good. Because we watched price action to it's going to tell us when to get in. So maybe it's just a little bit lower here. Can adjust this. Go on, Glenn.
Actually, can switch bias, man. That's very strong so far. We've got a fair value gap below these supports.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
All right.
See how it reacts to this monthly low.
If it can hold bullish, we've got our first little rejection.
You planning to enter right now, Hayden?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to wanting to get into this.
Okay, good luck.
But I want to see a little retest. Because if this 30-minute can hold and create this bottom wick, this would be very good. Because this euro low as well, guys, don't forget. Euro low, 5 minute left to doji over here.
Yeah.
The way that it moved down, left liquidity. Just need to let it settle. Go on.
In your opinion, you don't think that price, for example, is it just took the liquidity above this session? We can leave in those wicks and for an eventual continuation with overall like big picture.
It could. It could. I just didn't have.
Went too much wrong to the downside. That's my only fear.
Yeah, the only thing is like where this turned around from. It wasn't an area that I thought was gonna hold as significant, unless I missed something. So that's why I'd lean and say that, gosh, you know what? I can see the 50% and all that. Why didn't it come up and then take some of these more ideal areas? But it's still, see how this one, it's not showing me when the end of this, the apex of this triangle is just yet. So even if it just keeps on going down, I'll be okay. But I know that I shouldn't switch my bias. Shouldn't be reactive to price, otherwise I'm always a step behind. Alrighty, here we go. It'd probably be easier if you just told us when you go to get a coffee. Yeah, if it keeps on going down and down and down, I'll go get that bloody coffee. Alright, pushing. So this is this triple wick area. Grab liquidity, break it, just bust it, mate. Come on. 5 minutes looking pretty good. Let's break that high now. Let's rise like the phoenix.
Did you get in, Hayden?
Nah, I didn't give me a bottom wick. I just want my idea to play out. Because I think it's a super, yeah, look at it. I think it's a super important lesson for you guys. Is even if you don't get into the trade, like it's not about being in the trade necessarily. It's about, I mean, we're not out of the woods yet, but I want people to make sure, if anything, if I can pass one lesson on today, is as soon as price does something, well, I guess sometimes it's going to be a strength, but I don't, for most people, okay, I'm not, because I know the person that thinks I'm talking to them, is if you can manage your risk, I don't mind if you are very quick to change your bias, but I can, from all of my experience, I would say the majority of you aren't able to flip your bias as quickly, and I think for German 40 it's easier if you stick to your bias and then just plan entries. Like if you do this sort of style and say price is coming down, just because it came down aggressive doesn't mean start looking for sells necessarily, because you're getting swayed by what price is doing. What do you think the job that they want people to do that? It could just keep on going down. There are going to be times that I'm absolutely wrong, but I do think that if you change your bias and then take a loss because you changed your bias and your original bias was right, that's so damaging because it shatters your confidence. I'd rather you take a loss on your initial bias when you didn't let price influence you. You know, how many times have you looked at the charts and then planned your trade and then looked at it the next day and your original levels held, and it was all the interfering change in bias that messed things up for you? Price is meant to move aggressive because it sort of lulls you to sleep with a slow movement, and then volume comes in and it rips down. That's you know, buy to sell, sell to buys. We still got issues in this area. We've got no wick here, so I'm still pretty comfortable price would come back. But I still really haven't got any rejection wicks on the 1 minute. 3 minute though is the first rejection wick, but it's left in balance. Like I didn't flag anything here. I don't know, what do you guys reckon? Sometimes my advice is, obviously it's just I give that advice just from all the students I've had. That's a common issue, is that you've changed your bias and the bias that you changed to was the wrong one. Your original bias was fine.
I've certainly made that mistake.
And the thing is, if you can't manage your risk, you can't decide when you're wrong, you'll hold on to trades too long, and those losses will always be like, you always be trying to claw back rather than feeling like, you know, I'm anticipating price rather than reacting to price. I mean, what would be better is if it pushed down and it's broke all these lows and you have changed your bias, you're still looking for price action to say that price has pulled back and then formed a resistance to go back down. But you'd need to see price action tell you that, because everything's moving in triangles, right? It's either this triangle to go down, or it was this triangle to go back up. And you want to see price action at both the edges. You know, whether it's that triangle or that triangle you're trading. The thing where people get wrong is if you're on the wrong side of the trend and you're thinking that price is going to keep trending down like this, and price comes up and you're thinking it's going to go down, right? This is like, you'll still get the nice little move, but that's as far as it goes, because prices, we haven't picked that this is the turning point and now the trend's going back up, and you haven't read the price action here to tell you that it's slowing down and then going back up. And you can't get every move. There's no way you can picture every move, but price will move in a series of triangles. And I would say, like, that's like, if you can plan your triangles, you can always plan where your next target is as well. And often you'll find where potential targets are going to be is when there's liquidity left behind.
Yeah.
30-minute close as a negation. What's Jindy doing? There we go. Slowly and surely. So now what do you think? How do those cells look? Are you still happy with the cell idea?
I don't like how that previous 30 closed.
I don't like it either. But
I
what
said,
this
I've got long.
this
I've got
is
longs on their names, but
this has created a range now. This candle, negation candle. So we've still got a range candle at support, and even if you get like we've got imbalance left behind. So if it does come back down and it's approaching the bottom area again and given a second reaction from here, even if you played the range, you're buying from the bottom of the range, and that's all good. It's all good.
Do you not think that 30's created? No, sorry, the 15 created resistance, and it's retesting resistance for wick fill. Sure.
Depends if you classify this as a rejection wick. So to me, that's a rejection wick. Close back above that previous candle. If it closed lower, then you got wick fill all over it.
Okay.
But you can see how like
because the wick's longer than the body.
No, not because the wick's longer than the body. It's because where price closed, it closed back above the previous candle's low.
Wick, yeah.
Right. So that's a rejection wick now. Grabbing liquidity from Europe low, 5-minute doji low, previous New York session, 30-minute candle, liquidity candle. Everything's here for longs. But that aggressive move designed everything for it to be, for people to think, people would have entered cells, literally enter cells right there. And then,
Yes.
My friend Cohen, he's just walking around. What he calls this one, he's like Germans on a search and destroy mission, walking around with a double-ended dildo, just spanking buyers, spanking sellers.
He has a way with words.
So funny.
Any which way you can, eh?
Yeah. Everyone's getting it.
everyone's coping today.
Could we even get an entry below this doji as an anticipation entry off this LQC?
Yeah. I mean, like, we can only put a probability in. And where, like, that area was, that doji low, when you're looking at, like, keeping your stop underneath this one, what are you risking? 15 pips?
Yeah.
15 pips? What's that? Like, I love this area above the Asian high. You're looking at 70 pips.
30-minute no wick. Yeah.
Give it a 0.1% chance. If you're worried about it, that's still a 7-to-1 potential. If it's wrong and you lost 15, no, that's not 7-to-1. Sorry, my maths is awful. Then, if you're wrong, like go low risk on those ones, because you could be wrong. But I think the better thing you've done is you had a plan of an area, you stuck to your plan, you stuck to your bias, and you went down in your sword, rather than, oh, I can't backtest this because I completely changed my plan and I executed based on what price did. You can't backtest that, because every single time is gonna you're backtesting your emotion.
Yeah. Looking at on the 30, my 30 minutes more of a support than yours. Yours are a little bit skewy.
You're looking on MetaTrader.
Yeah. And then, that doji, the double-ended, as Kerwin would say, would be the sweep. Yeah.
Yeah. There, double-ended dildo.
Yeah.
For everyone, eh?
If this hour candle
So random
can
arrow.
close bullish, holy man, holy. If this hour candle's closing bullish, you can look to take late entry longs, because it'll be a hour support created with a doji to the left. Like, look how pretty this would be. Just visualize if this closes. Let me just do some magic here.
Yeah. It's got nice support on the 4-hour and the 1 hour.
Yeah. So
area
if
right
this next one can close something like this, or like this. Ideally that. We can look for late entries back up to here, because like, you know, this is a prime area for it to hit before you get those better sells. If that, like, if you're going to look for an area for sells,
1 hour's flip.
to go with this momentum, I'd be looking for that.
The low, and I caught the last pullback. The last pullback just got stopped out at break even after management.
Mm-hmm.
I managed it when that 30 closed.
See, this is the person I was talking about. Can you see how Glenn was looking for sells?
I was looking for buys down here originally, always looking for buys.
Yeah.
But when that 30 closed like bearish, that's what made me go, okay, well, I better not hold on to those with the hope that it's going to go up. If that closed bullish, I would have just held it and wouldn't have managed it.
Yeah.
But because it closed bearish, I'm like, okay, I will take what I've got and be happy with that for now. And if opportunity presents itself, then I'll go there. But when it closed bearish, I'm like, you know, that's a big caution sign for me. I better just wait to see how it reacts.
Yeah. But see how like you were all of a sudden changing your bias down here, but then you were fine to take the buys once you quickly thought, oh, okay, wait, it makes sense not to. People, like, that's not usual for people just to keep on flipping their bias like that and just forget what's happened in the past and then just trade what you see. So for Glenn, he can do that. He can manage to get in and out and buy and sell and buy and sell. Most people won't be able to do that. So this is for those people that know, like, I know I can't do that. So for those people that I'm talking to, people like me, is have a bias and stick to it. Don't change it, because you're going to find yourself far better off just sticking to a bloody bias. And if it pushes down, and rather than looking for sells, just look to the left, find another high probable area, and just take a counter trend 20 pip. Just do the same thing. Just go for a little counter trend scalp. Don't change your bias and start looking for sells, because, you know, if you're looking for sells, you should have been in those sells. You should have planned those sells, to be honest. Price action is beautiful today. Again, you know, it's just about sort of having that mental fortitude to trust yourself, trust what you see, and then just say, like, I know that this wasn't printed, and it looks scary as freaking hell to buy when that's doing that, but like on the hour time frame, is it?
I've entered.
Nice, mate. Is it that scary to buy from hour support in the price that's been pushing bullish? It's just those 3-minute candles can really get people. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a some assistance. I'm going to go for a coffee.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've entered.
Going in my direction. Don't you dare go for a coffee.
Oh, you sure?
When you go for a coffee, it flips on me.
Annie, did you see I tagged you in the channel?
Me? Oh, hold on, sorry.
No, sorry, not Danny, Annie. In the Discord. I might not have got the right one that I activated the roles. I apologize if that's the case. I will sort everything out after the stream. How was New York session yesterday? I never asked.
Good, really good. It was fun.
Yeah, you guys had a bit of fun.
I've got to get better at managing my trades because I had some really good wins on, well, what I thought were going to be really good wins on oil,
Oh, yeah.
and just I think I just held my take profit too high.
Yeah.
And then it flipped, and just yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it wasn't a good night after that.
Oh, okay.
Hold on to it.
I love that GIF that someone put, and it was about oil.
Yeah.
That was Glenn and I.
Yes, it was.
Where is it? I just.
Look at that sexy seat. Are you?
Yeah, this is response to someone trading oil.
Yeah. Was that trading oil, or was that me saying something?
Nah, I think it was Glenn put it there.
It was a little bit of both.
So I was saying
I
oil
think it's because I think it's because I brought something to us up. So I brushed my teeth.
You guys have you've heard my oil story, haven't you?
Yeah.
No.
Oh well, we have, but yeah. Tell it.
Good
It
to be
was
rehabbed.
when I was learning still. I had this was my worst loss at that time. I've had a worse loss since. So oil was it was 2018, no 2019 when knew nothing, and knew nothing about fundamentals, and I only traded currencies, and I never traded commodities, and I was on my the news happened on the weekend about some Middle Eastern tensions, so I thought oil was gonna something happened. I thought oil was gonna go down. No, it was Middle Eastern tension. I thought oil was gonna go up. So as soon as the market opened, I just bought, and I got my lot sizes completely wrong, and it just went boom, just gap down, and just absolutely just took everything from my account plus some. So I was negative. So I was just like, oh, close broker, change broker. I think I lost at that time. It was $2,500 in my account, and I lost all of it, and I was negative $30.
Jesus.
And now, ever since then, I'm like, never trade oil.
That's why he's
again.
in the UK now.
No, this is real money. This is real money. So
That's why you fled the country.
Yeah, fled.
$30.
So then I realized like I knew nothing about how oil moved, so I stopped trading it. As in one and done. I've traded it since. Now I know a bit more about it all, but it was just a real eye opener to lot sizes, fundamentals, manipulation. Not manipulation. Like it was just clear what was going to happen. It went up, but it went up for sure. But like where I entered, my stop loss, it just went like it did that because I knew nothing about session highs, session lows, and I got in for a buy, and it just went straight down. Then it just went crazy up, and my lot sizes was too big. Then my worst loss was gold. Not my worst loss in terms of percentage. It was just my biggest loss, but my account was much bigger by then. But gold, when war started, the market closed early, and I was in a size too big, and then Putin invaded, and then gold jumped up. So that one stung.
Gold can bite you if you're not careful.
Yeah. That one stung because it just took. It didn't hurt, it just took all my profits for that month, and I was back at break even, and it just sent me in a spiral because, having a big loss like that, just pissed me off, but it just took my profits away from me. Whereas oil was my worst trade because it was just a bad trade and took everything from my account.
Hey Dan.
Yeah, mate.
See, this you explained. Can you explain more detail in some time in the study session? You take your time, but how how to do this all and how to manage account when how to after get profit, how what levels? I know everyone's level is different, but just to because many times we earn money and then we lose money, or sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
So can you take your time and in the ones please explain in detail.
You mean like paying yourself as a trader once you make profit, and then how you hold on to it?
Yes, hold on to it, and when to transfer, and that.
Yeah, like I can do that. Yeah.
That type of thing, because new traders don't know when it account get blown, and how to take money, keep that money, earn money safe, like that one I'm asking.
Yep, sure, I can do that for sure. We can cover that.
Yeah.
One thing to make money, second to hold on to that money.
Yeah, otherwise we sometimes we lose money, and then we realize because we don't have experience for it.
Yeah. No, we'll cover that for sure. I think like money in your account, I don't like to just build my account up to a set, like just I like to take money out of it and then buy things with it. Like there's no point me just taking money out of my account and then put it into my other account. But like I'll put it in different like stocks, and I'll have like a monthly purchase of stocks that will pay like dividends and things like that. So I've got things I can spend money on. So that's what I like to do, and like just for my account, just for the sake of like growing an account and saying I've grown it this much. It doesn't like there's no reason, because it's just numbers on the screen that's inside your account. But unless you can actually use that money for something, then it's much easier than to pay yourself a wage. There's no point paying yourself a wage if you're not going to spend it. It just sits in your other bank account. But then you should keep your account under a certain size anyway, in case whatever happens with the broker, and they like, say Pepperstone shut down, and I had more than 250,000 in my account, I wouldn't be insured to get that back above a certain amount. So I would always keep less than that in my account. I'll keep that less than any account, really. Yeah, but we'll talk about that.
Explain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jeff, is there a reason why you just don't use your trade manager to only trade a percentage on your account rather than working out lot sizes? I was trading from my phone on that time. I was so excited for the market to open, and as soon as it did, I was on my phone and I just entered it. Otherwise, if I was at the computer, I've got much better ability to just use account manager. But for that reason, that was just a bad mistake on my end.
They're the ones that hurt the most, I think.
Yeah. Who would have thought one lot was so much on a 2,500 account? Oh, sorry. Actually, you can't. Your internet's beautiful. In the same area, 1 hour, GE40. Just such a how good does this look? How good does it look if there's hour candles fighting for its life at the moment? But how good will it look with this candle, doji, entering from here, anticipation is under here, waiting for confirmation? You would get better confirmation on the lower time frame first if we're seeing like a little resistance rejection wicks pushing bullish. But this is a perfect anticipation / confirmation entry. Running around 40 pips in profit at that time. And I'm sure, actually it's not silly, you're approaching your current euro high at that point because price went up, came down. And I know actually I would have closed partials here, Nothing can hurt them now. Stop losses at break even. Let the rest run. 75% close at the previous rejection point, which is around plus 40 pips from his entry. Be happy with that. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Because you've seen on the streams, we've done this consistently now. I mean, I've only been doing the trade breakdowns when I can since August, but pretty much, you know, you've seen whether we've like I've effed up many times in my you've seen when I've made mistakes, when I've made mistakes, and like I made a mistake on Wednesday. Just wasn't a very good day. I just got it wrong, got my execution wrong. But you've seen that there's given you moves, and don't look for home runs. Like, don't hold position all the way up to here, because this is, you know, this is my. I would love it if it got there. Doesn't mean it's going to get there. But from here, with the way that these candles move down cleanly and imbalanced candles and stuff, this was an easy. This trading range was very reliable for price to, like, what's the chance of price just leaving this area, never coming back? Never ever coming back.
Very unlikely.
Yeah, unlikely. Unlikely. Can happen, but unlikely. You just got to put the probabilities in your favor. How are we doing for likes on the stream? Has everyone given us some love on there?
Yep.
Thank you. $13, come on, let's get that to 20. $13, come on, let's get that to 20. Okay, so because it's coming down, I go for coffee so it goes up. Is that okay now, Glenn?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Steve.
Alright, man.
Long black, thank you.
Long black, alright, I'll send it across. You like it cold, eh? It'll be cold by the time it gets here.
The cold brew sounds good to
Cold
me
brew,
too.
alright. Alright, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Let the hour candle close.
There you go. 22 now. 3. Good.
Does that make sense, Denny?
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Hi, Turbo.
Hi, Glenn.
How are you?
Good.
Happy birthday from the other day.
Thank you.
It's my birthday now.
Yeah, I thought it was yesterday.
Birthday week for Turbo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, come on.
Happy birthday, Turbo.
Yeah. Milk it for all you can.
All right. Pound Aussie.
Nah. But he's good. Support hold.
I haven't nice clean looking chart. I've only got my lines on here. Gold has pretty much retraced that whole move from CPI. That whole move. Because this is an overreaction to me. The inflation came out hot. It led to USD strength, but end of the day, I don't think it's going to change the. It might push back down once it's taken the high, potentially, but I think this is still the main narrative is the war tensions, and that the CPI reading wasn't enough to tip the decisions from the Feds to say, oh, instead of not hiking this year, we're going to hike. So I don't think it's actually changed anything. So it makes sense for full recovery. Just a little bit annoying that it's done full recovery now, because it would have been nicer for to sort of stay in this area and then look for New York to do that full recovery. I think you've got your YouTube on in the background. Do I?
I'm not getting him in there.
I haven't got it on, Tom. I can hear Glenn muttering away quietly in the background. Oh, it's you, Tom. Alright. The hours is closed. Not a convincing close.
Later.
30-minute. Close is a little doji. No bottom wick yet. Hopefully it can come back.
What about it?
If it can come back to this area, we can still get like a second little bounce from here potentially. Actually, it's given this is his higher time frame zones. Oh, this is for the gold. Yeah, ours is looking good. No wick, little doji. I would find it difficult if we're pushing bullish. What's your play for NY? NY open. What do you think? You reckon NY are going to buy the high? Or would we?
I'm still thinking that the price able to create HCS here on the 4 hour, then we can still push to the downside. But if price breaking that FU candle on this FU candle,
yeah,
then probably we will get our buy opportunity to the upside again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there's your idea. If price breaks this high, look inside of this area in NY for on the lower time frame. Look for your zones of interest, points of interest, to then anticipate where the next candle where its lower wick could go. If it breaks the high.
Yeah, yesterday my bias was bearish, but I got stuck into the bullish bias in this area. I should have just stay with my bearish bias. I think that's the thing you are talking about at the start of the stream, that the stick with your bias.
Yeah, I've got to find it works. Maybe flipping your bias maybe works 1 out of 5 times.
Yeah, I got really just yesterday because I was looking for sell here, and I was, instead of that, I just stick with my bad sell side. I tried to take a buy in this area and then took a couple of losses.
Oh, I see.
Even on the German 40 also, yesterday I was looking for sells from upside. It took me 2 losses for there in that area. Can you go to the German 40 hourly? Yeah, sorry.
So I get it.
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, here. So yesterday I was looking for sell there. I took 2 losses, and then afterward it start moving to the
Oh. I got real lucky for my timing, because once I closed the stream, I went and I just relaxed for a little bit, and then we needed to get some groceries, and I went and looked at the charts quickly, and it was around this top wick that I was just about to go out. So I didn't see any of this previous price action. I didn't see 3 minutes shows it clearer. Yeah. I didn't see any of this. Well, that was when I was taking my break. And then when I did look at the charts, I saw this candle, and then I saw that candle. And that was when I was literally walking out, and I entered on about here. But I was only targeting this. I was targeting this. So I just set and forget. I just downloaded the podcast, entered my sell, watched the price for a little bit, and then I just walked to the shops. And time I got to the shops, I got a little notification saying TP hit.
And just look at the 4 hour where we are and where price we got a reaction here.
Oh yes, I loved that. That was where I, because you see the green and purple box. That was the like, why you guys watching it now long enough? What does this indicate when I've got this box on? It was a 4 hour candle that did something like this.
Time frame week.
Yeah. And it was like, because I had the 6 hour area as well, but this is this candle. So as soon as we took the high of it, you know, after we've pushed up from down here at 15,491, and now we're up at this area, 85 pips. Not a whole lot of volume because we're pre-CPI, and we're taking a lovely liquidity area on a higher time frame, and we've got price action suggesting that we're rejecting to the top side. You know, what do you do? What do you do? You take the trade.
So I tried to take a sell here, and my bias was bearish on long term. That's why I didn't close anything.
Yeah.
It took me out. When I move my stop loss to break even, I again try to enter here. Again, it took me out. Then I do the chart, and later on this thing happened.
Yeah, I think after about this time, it's better to look for a 15-minute rejection wick or a really high probability area. So if I go to the 15-minute and I put on, the reason I say this, around 9:30. Okay, then we go to the 15 minutes. See how the move happens after. Oh no, well, I can see you didn't really do anything wrong. There is a rejection candle. It's just it gave another one.
Based upon that, I tried to take another entry on this candle also.
Yeah.
But this was a clear 4 hour. It just took out the 1 4 hour high, but there is another 4 hour high was here. HCS was here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go the 4 hour so we can have a look at that.
How big was the stop loss?
Like 10?
It was 10, 15 pips, I think, both the time.
Okay.
This is the wick.
This is a 4 hour. This is a HCS.
Yeah.
Price just took out the high here, but respected this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a zone in here at the top of this. See this black line? That's something that was in. It was something that was inside of this doji high. Let me just find what the tag was on it. Resistance zone. Okay, so it was just multiple rejection wicks. I didn't actually specify. I should have specified what time frame that I drew that from. From in here. That wasn't the 15, but it would have been an area that price was constantly touching above, and price sitting above and below, and then rejecting it from both sides. So that was a real resistance zone, 4-hour wick, and you see why this. You can see why, like, whatever happened in here led to a heavy sell-off. So there was, you know, there's residual orders. It's alright. I know you recover that in one trade.
Yeah,
you recover easily all of that.
Yeah, even yesterday gold also I did something stupid like a staying. I should have stayed with my sell bias instead of looking for buys. I was looking for buy in this area.
Me too.
Yeah, I think I should have. And even start of the sim, we said that we're gonna look for sell based upon the weekly and daily area here. Price is gonna taken out that high, but it's just a news thing. That's why I didn't took the entry.
Mm-hmm. Well,
if you got,
I was thinking
And
that.
then,
I was,
and then here.
yeah, you know, I like this one. I like that one. I
Well,
would
it closed above that, and yeah, but then reversed.
A lot of the time, CPI, what it does is a full correction and then goes down.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
no, my idea
We
was
just
like
didn't
a
get the
price.
full correction.
Hold on, what were you saying, actually?
Yeah, my idea was like a price news gonna push to the downside. Because I saw the daily area was here, but I don't wanna take entry. But it was on 5 minute. It just took out the double top here, and then price was just drop on the news. But what I thinking that we already broke here. Now we may come back into this area before we push to the downside. That's why I was looking for buys to get that correction move, and ultimately looking for sell from that area to the downside.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the daily here, just go to the daily and mark the zone there. So here, this was the daily area. You just tap the tap, and then afterward we just gonna get a reaction. Obviously, single candle cannot decide the direction. We need like this daily candle also retesting one more time here. If it closing bearish, then we will going to the downside. Yeah, here as well as we have this imbalance candle here. Weekly started without any kind of bottom wick because of the war, so there is always possibility price can come back there. But let's see, if they are not interested, then they have to do the HCS something manipulation in this area to see that now they are not interested in this. They just want to push the price to the upside.
Yeah, I reckon fundamentally it could be Israel Hamas tensions resolve, price comes down, and when price is getting down to here or here is we're getting close to the US government shutdown again, and then price starts going back up.
I mean, look at this candle formation before the news. We already it just showing us that the price just wanna push to the upside.
Yeah, it just needs a retest, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, this was the news came. This was a Friday candle, and
It's Monday.
before that,
The
this was
NFP
Monday.
here.
Yeah.
Continuation.
And,
Oh,
the
then
news
it
came
gapped over,
on
yeah.
Saturday.
That's the
News
one,
came-
yeah.
Yeah.
I think news came on the Saturday. I think.
Yeah.
That was the war price till the start of the war.
Yeah, that's NFP.
Yeah.
Then between these two candles is the weekend, which was war news. Monday gapped up. Because it doesn't look like it gapped up on Forex.com, but
Yeah,
on other ones, FX didn't do it. Like on other data feeds, it would show the gap.
On the broker, on your broker, Hayden, it does, right?
On Pepperstone, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
FXEM, and I think Forex.com. The first tick of the new candle is always the last tick of the previous candle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Like you don't see any kind of gap.
Yeah, but the gap
eventually price
sometimes.
But eventually, price gonna come back to fill that gap.
Yeah, the gap's
imbalance
sometimes
candle.
important to see. In terms of like what we look for, I don't like seeing, like I really don't like MT4, MT5 price feed when there's almost a gap every single candle, because you can't really see the good quality ones. But Pepperstone, German 40, you don't have, like it's cleaner. It is cleaner. Where the gaps you do see a bit higher quality. You see heaps of gaps in the Asian session. That's normal. That's why I don't really use the Asian session too much, apart from like the extremities or the midpoint. Alrighty. Just gotta feel this and keep on pushing. How are you guys going? You guys taking anything?
Yeah, I'm long. It's stalling. It's about halfway to my TP. It's at 15425, so I'll just push.
Yeah. Were you gonna say something, man?
I'm still long.
Oh, nice one.
Push for David. Push for me.
Yeah, push for everyone. Eddie, you got in on the flip of this 30-minute, didn't you? Or
Yeah,
hour?
I got it on the hour as well. I was watching both.
Yeah. Catch Alan. Oh, Tom gave back 2%. Mo, were you going to ask a question?
Yeah, just about the study session on the weekend. Is it gonna be Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's going to be Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
Yeah. Sunday at 9:30. Yeah. Well, I'm actually quite easy. Do you guys? Let's can do a vote. Is 9:30? Is 8? Okay, 9 a.m. Saturday or 9:30 a.m. Sorry, I'll do the conversion because this is in UK time. 9 a.m. UK. Which would be 7 p.m. now, Sid. Or Sunday, 9:30 a.m. UK, 7:30 p.m. Sid. Which one?
I can probably do 7 p.m.
Saturday.
Oh, hold on, that's Sydney time. Oh, so what's that?
6 p.m.
Queensland
yours.
time?
6 p.m. Queensland.
.30 might be easier. You guys do what you're doing. I'll see if I can be there.
Okay. Deb can't do Sunday. Manny prefers Sunday. I prefer Sunday. But I do want more people to arrive as well. Brett's Saturday's preferable. Because actually he's got his one on as well on Saturday, so maybe it's too much for people to do mine and his.
Usually my
yours is
session
later though.
around yeah, later. It's around NY open time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I'm going to do Sunday.
Just put a vote on the Discord, or you are here also right now. A lot of people
Yeah.
here. I think.
Put a vote. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a decision on Sunday. I'll do a Sunday because I've got to do something on Sunday anyway, and at least then I get a whole day where I'm not doing something in the mornings. If that's all right, then I think next week we could do the Saturday then. Yeah, we'll do Sunday, and people that can't make it, it'll be recorded. But if you guys can't make it and you've got specific questions that you want to ask and me to cover it, then just hit me up on the Discord and I'll cover those. But I'll do it on Sunday at 9:30 a.m. UK time, 7:30 Sydney time, 6:30 p.m. so many time zones.
Time zone.
I mean, you can use the.
Oh,
there is a application available, Easy Time Zone. You
Yeah,
can
actually,
just
I
take a screenshot of that.
I saw you do that. That's a really good idea. You just put all the different ones and then just
Yeah.
I might pinch that idea from you. Thank you. Alrighty. Well, I might end the YouTube stream. We're sort of just going sideways, aren't we? We're just ranging at the moment. I'll watch to see if it comes back down, but we're just sort of gone sideways.
Yeah.
I don't like how it's sort of just sticking inside of this area. And as soon as we hit 9:30, then it's going to be we might get a good move afterwards. I'm still hanging out for this up move. Whether that comes in this session or it's going to be like just whatever you do, put these areas in your like if it doesn't hit today, it's one day it's gonna be hit, so no point removing them. The thing is that this price left this little imbalance and then pushed up, so it made sense to come down, but this one's the one that I'm worried about. That's the main one. Let's see if we can in the next 15 minutes can get some sort of price action from here, and even if it doesn't really go far, at least maybe it's starting to range at that stage and just play the range. Just there's still 40 pip, there's a 40 pip range, so let me change the music though. This music's gonna what else has he got on here?
Is anything on the 9:30?
On Saturday? Sorry, Sunday?
No,
Sunday?
No, now. You said you will see on the 9:30. Is it you're talking about now or Saturday? I don't know.
Oh, sorry. So the study session is at 9:30 my time on Sunday. But then price, we're getting close to 9:30 down here. So we're getting close to then the 4-hour candle coming to a close. Oh wait, no, sorry. Did I make a mistake there? Oh yeah, sorry. 4-hour candle on currencies. Or has daylight savings changed? Yeah, no, 4 hours. 4-hour candle close is at 10 o'clock my time on Sundays, and indices is 1 hour later because it opens at 7. So, but after this time, the moves get a little bit inconsistent. But I'm gonna see if we can get something up until that time. So I'll keep streaming for a bit. Hopefully we can just jag something from the end here. Can't believe I bought by mistake on the open over here. Bought. So I'm targeting this zone. This one. Okay. Come on, do something.
Looks like it's heading to your range.
It's certainly like ranging, isn't it? Not a, what's the range that we've done? I only moved 50 pips in this session. This is a quiet one.
It's got a nice scalp on GU.
Oh yeah?
15-minute. Same price action as yesterday with GE40. That's my reversal pattern.
Okay, I'll have a look at that in a second. Is Al here? Is he? I think Al went to dinner. Yeah, he's gone to dinner. He likes GU. This is a double bottom over here that's just swept. Let's go to all chart view. 3, 5, 15. 30's just looking ugly though. It's the only ugly one. See how this that first 30-minute candle established that range? That's a range candle, remember? Like this negation candle. And we failed to break out. A little bit imbalance down here. 5 minutes. Looks like it's all fairly efficient movement, just in this range. I want to keep an eye on the 1 minute at the same time. So 1 minute's left in balance here at 15,400 again. So if we can take out 15,364, I wonder if we can go back up to 15,400. Let's put the Jindy on. Okay, if we can get rejection wicks from here, I might enter a little buy. But it's got to, I'm just reiterating, it's got to show rejection wicks. That's a, oh, I didn't even see that. That's, look at this, Jim's indicator pointing out the support that got retested. And it gave the nice little move up on the new hour candle. Okay, so the 30 minutes ugly as that's a scary 30-minute candle. So I don't want to enter in the first until I don't want to enter with a 30-minute candle closing. I'd like to see it do some rejection wicks first. Okay, come on. Okay, so this one closed. Someone can respect the low. Maybe just even go sideways a little bit. And then something to, I wouldn't take a anticipation on this one though. I think I'd rather wait for it like to push down and then start to flip. I'd prefer as well if we had a lower imbalance. If we had a lower imbalance, then it'd make it easier to push back up. Okay, so this 30 is coming to a close now. Little partial wick fill. Ah. See if it comes back, gives it an entry. Otherwise, price is not really playing ball. No, forget it. It's gone too far now. Because at least that was the area that I would have liked to at least... I would have more confidence if there was no wick on this candle and entering somewhere around here. At least it gives me like a 10 pip area. But if it comes back down now from this area, then I'm not really interested in it. I want it to come back from here down and up. Okay. You can have it, German 40. I'll watch to see what it does, but I'm not going to enter on it now. It pushed up too much. Especially with that 30-minute candle closing. It's this is the discipline needed to, like, even if it works out, these are the trades that you don't, if you can avoid taking the trades that you don't have as much confidence in, it's as good as taking a winning trade. And the more we look at it, the more I'm tempted. But I'm not going to do it. Just want to see what it does. Yeah, I really want to see it take that imbalance candle.
Also observe this thing, like if there is a F candle here and any candle came back to retest and next immediate candle does not create any kind of bottom wick, usually that means they are in hurry to push the price to the upside.
So that again. Give you a FU candle there at the area where there's an imbalance, and the next candle no bottom wick.
Okay, 1 second. Let me. Can you open one chart only?
The 1 minutes.
Yeah, any chart. Like yeah. So usually, let's say this is a FU candle. Price came back to retest, and price retested to the wick. And this is a candle which retested, and immediately next candle is not creating any kind of bottom wick and start pushing upside. So that means retest already happened. Now
Like this
they are
one.
not interested to. Yeah.
Like
But
this one.
is a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, same here also. This was a FU candle, this candle, but this candle did not retest at the wick. But this is still count. But most of the time you will see on the lower time frame, like whenever price is retesting to the FU candle. This is not an example, but just even yesterday also there was a opportunity on gold also. So same thing was happened there when I think we took a last entry where price created FU candle from the downside, and price came back and retested to wick, and I took the entry immediately. After that, next candle created a no bottom wick, because I know that I saw that thing couple of times that the price did not came back to take out that imbalance candle then.
Oh gosh.
Because normally we need to see this bullish candle break this bearish candle and then flip.
Yeah, that's the normal.
Yeah, but if they are in that much hurry that they are not interested to create even bottom wick there, that means they already did the retest to that FU candle or attempted FU candle, then they can simply push the price to the upside. You can easily get like a 20-30 pips. Maybe price will come back one more time to take out that thing, but for at that instant price just want to continue pushing upside.
So did you take any buy action from this? Or?
No, and I already took a one buy, so I'm done for this session.
Because the question that follows is, how do we know for sure, like price, for example, will open here, will go up, we can say that this thesis might be the case, that price will that this candle will close with no bottom wick, and then at the, for example, at the last 10 seconds or so, price will go down again, and leading to that is, where's the optimal entry after the close, for example, the open of the next candle. That's what you're saying, or the entry?
1 second, let me post the yesterday's my entry.
For if you're looking for, if you've got supreme confidence in the zone and you've got the different ways that price could set up and you're just looking for any, then that might be a price act. Like to me, I don't get those entries very much. That to my eyes don't see that. As like I see it, and it sort of makes sense, but it's after the fact.
Yeah,
that's a big difference if it does something like that for me.
Yeah.
So I would miss that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You need to have supreme confidence that this is your zone as well for price to go, that you just take any sort of bullishness. And then if it did push up where you would enter, I would always think if you can get a pullback entry, that's always going to be far better than not being able to get that pullback entry. I would always opt for, I really don't like taking breakout longs unless it's at a time that I know volume's entering the market, and it could just be like that quick push. Like I don't mind taking like maybe in New York session, like a COMEX open. If I've got like, if price is sort of pushed up and then stalling around here, and I've got an area to the left that I like, and it's 820, and there's enough of a range for me to take that, I'm happy to take a breakout in that instance. but I don't like taking a breakout if it's at an area that, you know, I'm not that comfortable with. I'd always rather wait for the new candle to pull back a little bit then go, because it just makes such a difference. Makes such a difference in terms of like how often you can be right or wrong. If, like, say this was your target versus even if you do look for the little pullback. So, like comparing these two, you know, even that little tiny pullback makes a big difference in terms of like how often you can be, like, your success rate that you need to have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so exactly. So actually, this is this confirmation candle, and then still even executing on. Oh wait, which one? You talk. You talk.
Yeah. So I took it on this one, this wick. After this candle close.
So you waited for the close.
Yeah. I waited for the close.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the pullback
afterward,
makes such a difference.
Yeah, Forex.com created a wick here, but when I'm trading live, we don't have that much bottom wick there.
Mm-hmm.
They just created a bottom wick later on.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. Black codes are annoying. But it's a good character building day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, I got lucky on my my fat finger mistake, and then I just price can set up, but it doesn't give you an entry. And that's what it did today. Just there were entries, but it didn't give me a clean entry, and I wasn't aggressive enough to take it on this one. So what's best is just to hold tight, you know, save your capital for another day, read price like we've done 2 hours now, and we're interpreting, reading the candles. And today is one of those days that price, they're still winning trades. You know, there were still sells and buys that could be taken, but it was a low volume day. It's only 50 pips. Day after CPI, Friday, Freaky Friday, Friday the 13th. Yeah, it throws up one of these kind of session opens every now and then. Boring. It's a boring session, but it was still, I think, good lessons there. Sorry, what were you going to say?
And then you wanted, or you triggered your bullet for the trade, for the buy, because you preferred this reaction right here than believing in the previous NY direction and the Frankfurt push to the downside. That's what made me a little bit scared. I didn't take the buys. I wasn't very much confident. I was like, should I believe the data that you said about the Frankfurt and NY session, or believe in that first reaction? That's what made me a little bit hesitant to pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was adapting from what happened on this day, Wednesday, that price really struggled in this zone. And this one, on this day, let me clear the Indy. This was a zone that price really got stuck, and we had a bearish candle with the German last 30-minute candle, and because it did, like, even with a bearish candle, price struggled at this area and got rejected and pushed up. So then this day, we got the bullish candle, and it made sense that if price can come back down to this area again, given that we've got a New York rejection as well, there's a very good chance we get a decent bullish move. And it wasn't like, you know, it was okay. It's 50 pips. It was still decent enough. to take a trade. It was just there was no real clean entry, so we didn't really like. If you're aggressive, you got it, but for a perfect recipe to come together, it was missing a couple little ingredients for me to really capitalize on it.
So the next zone from there down would be the what's that, New York session?
It's Tuesday's hour New York candle, I believe, inside of here.
Yep.
This area.
Okay.
And then once it's breaking here, you've got a lovely sell area.
Yep.
From here to here. So once we can push into there.
Yeah.
So maybe it's going to leave this like the weekly candle is pretty bullish. Look when you look at it. This is the weekly candle. So it was breaking all of these highs from the 2 previous weeks. So even if it closed here, then next week it could come back down a little bit and then do the wick fill.
Yeah.
If it closes, depending on what guest stimulant comes across on the weekend, but say the weekly candle closes like here, there is a chance that we just get only a minimal bottom wick and then price push back up to do this wick fill.
Yeah. Okay.
What was that to see? Plan a trade the plan.
Yeah. No, awesome. Thanking you. I won't catch you for the next few weeks, so I'll see you when I get back.
Travel safe, mate. What day's your flight?
Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Adelaide, I leave.
Cool.
Be in London 24 hours later.
Enjoy, mate. You got a cold week ahead of you.
Yeah, awesome. That'll make the packing and all the shit we're bringing with us worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
Mrs. feels the cold. Just jumpers on jumpers.
Sunday I've got max of 10 down to 2 degrees. Tuesday down to 1 degree.
Fantastic.
A high of 12. Yeah.
I'm not telling her.
But I'm a few hours north of London. London, you've got you'll land. Oh, it's cold. Clear day, going to be a beautiful travel day, but take a coat. 4 degrees, high of 11, and then it gets up to 15, 17 degrees. You'll be right.
That's not too bad.
There's enough stuff to do in London. You don't even think about the cold.
Yeah, we've got a few things planned. Some hop-on bus thing that we're on. So
yeah. Oh, okay.
Good.
All right, fellas.
All right, thank you,
ladies, gents.
See you all.
Zoom session. Hold tight. I'm just going to close the YouTube. So YouTube, have a good weekend. I'll see you later on.